how do I start? What do I do? How do I start? I have all these things, X, Y, and Z, and you can watch a million YouTube videos, read a million books, and sometimes you get like overwhelmed by the amount of steps that are out there. And I mean, nothing matters unless you actually do it. So taking action is the most important and hardest part. You know, I've always had this mindset that you are not what you think. You're not who you think you are. You just simply are what you repeatedly do. So you can think positive things. You can think, this is huge in relationships, you know, like I could tell my wife, I think you're beautiful. I think I love you. I just don't say it. Well, she's not going to know and feel it unless I show her with my actions. And it's the same in anything in life. So taking action is the most crucial point of everything. And I think what people fuck up is they get overwhelmed with too many steps and things to do. So this is going to be the most basic tip, but the most important one, if you take anything away from this, build an identity and start fucking small to build momentum. Those three things are everything when you break that down. So, for example, when I used to be in college, I used to drink 3 times a week, get like blackout drunk, go out with my friends, and I loved it. You know, I loved the social life. I was in college hanging out with people. It was the only time in my life I'd be able to live like that, and I was aware of that. So I didn't want to sacrifice that. So I did that for a period of time, but then I wanted to take bodybuilding more seriously. I was on the edge of going pro, and I knew I had a lot of potential in me, but I knew my lifestyle was holding me back. But I also wasn't ready to sacrifice my social life yet. So instead of just telling myself, all right, I'm going to stop drinking, stop going out, go to bed at 9 p.m., wake up at 6 a.m., do my cardio, never miss a meal, do all these things, I was like, I'm eating pretty good, still cheating a lot because I like going out with my friends, and I love going out at night, but I'm going to stop drinking. So I still stayed out until 2 a.m. every night, but I made one small change, and that was to stop drinking. And just that alone, waking up not hungover and not wanting to eat bacon and fucking God knows what else for breakfast because you're hungover and tired and lazy, having a bad workout, horrible recovery from the alcohol screwing up your system, I was able to make a decent amount of progress from that alone. And the momentum I built from that one small change encouraged me to want to make more changes. And eventually, I stopped going out completely, started to go to bed early. I started to clean up my diet, and I started to make all these little changes that eventually, that literal year was the year that I turned pro, won 2 pro shows, and made it to the Olympia, just from making these subtle changes.